Well, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is getting closer to becoming the first black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court after 3 Republican senators voted in favor of moving her nomination from the Senate Judiciary Committee to the floor.
Republican Senators Susan Collins, Mitt Romney, and Lisa Murkowski joining Democrats. This as some Republicans say Judge Jackson is too liberal.
Very often we're told, look at her record. So we look at her record. Her record signals things that are, in some instances, troubling.
In one case, she ignored the plain text of the law to reach a more liberal outcome.
Of course, one Democratic senator who has repeatedly voiced his support for the confirmation of Judge Jackson is Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal. And today we are joined by Senator Blumenthal. Senator, thanks for joining us. I know you've got things to do here in just a little while, but first things first, let me ask you, do you expect and when do you expect Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to be confirmed?
As sure as I am of anything in the United States Senate, Judge Jackson will be confirmed this week. It will be historic, and I think there's a sense of excitement and pride and even joy among so many of us in the Senate, particularly on the Judiciary Committee where I serve, that we have stood strong and spoken up for her, even under some of the attacks that have so distorted and deceived her record. But she has been a spectacular nominee already, and she's mustered profoundly widespread support among my colleagues.
Yeah, we know he had the procedural vote yesterday because in the Senate Judiciary Committee, it was tied 11-11, which, of course, as you've said, you've been on. You've repeatedly shown your support for Judge Jackson, but you are actually going to be speaking on the Senate floor a little bit later today. What do you plan to say?
I'm going to say, Jen, that we're making history. That term is often overused in the Senate, where a lot of history is made. But the first black woman on the United States Supreme Court, she's going to make that court look like America and perhaps, and I hope, think more like America. We're taking a giant leap into the present. She is what America looks like, the diversity that she brings to the court. And I hope she'll also be a bridge builder. I'm going to say on the Senate floor to my colleagues, we are so divided, so polarized and politicized in the Senate. The court needs a unifier and a consensus builder. And I think she can be that kind of judge because she has such real world experience and she's represented people who can't afford a lawyer. She has been a trial judge, had to preside over some pretty contentious trials. And she has won strong support from the law enforcement community, as well as Republican colleagues who've written to us in favor of her. So I'm going to make those arguments on the Senate floor, and I hope convert a few more Republicans.
In light, Senator, of the division, the partisanship you were just talking about, I want to ask you this question. Given how difficult this confirmation process has been so far, if the Republicans were to retake the Senate in the midterms, what do you think that would mean for any future Supreme Court nominees during the Biden administration if it were to happen?
You know, I'll be very blunt. I hope that perhaps with this nomination, we've broken the partisan fever a little bit, because she has been hailed by my Republican colleagues, as well as Democrats, as fully qualified, superbly credentialed in terms of her intellect and character, her depth, her warmth. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle have met with her, and every one of them has been impressed by her grace and dignity, even under some pretty difficult and unfair questioning on the Judiciary Committee that has really chagrined me. And so, you know, I am a former United States attorney, a former attorney general of the state for 20 years. I've argued 4 cases before the Supreme Court. I've been a law clerk to one of the Supreme Court justices. I have great reverence for the court, and I hope we can do a little bit more to put it above politics. Answering your question very directly, I hope, of course, that Democrats retain control of the Senate, but one way or the other, we need more unified bipartisanship in the appointment of United States Supreme Court justices.
Okay, and we are hearing that vote should happen by Thursday, if not by the end of the week. Please keep us updated. We will watch your speech on the floor this afternoon. Thank you, Senator Blumenthal.
Thank you so much, Jen. Good to be with you.